Wednesday, here we are. Thanks for joining me. Uh, the boys, they pulled it through. They weren't led, however, by Horvat and Besser, like I had predicted. However, it looks like they were led by Quinn Hughes and Jacob Markstrom. With Jacob Miller starting the way with his first goal, which was chipped in right in front of the net. Beautiful setup. I believe it was by Bo Horvat. And then Schaller, who subsequently stepped into today's game for, let's get a bit more light here, today's game for Tyler Mott, who's apparently now out 4 to 6 weeks with a shoulder injury sustained in the game played by the Sharks with a contact by a player on the defense, Carlson. Anyhow, so Schaller stepped in today and played a pretty convincing game that he deserves to be in the lineup as he scored on that backhand. I thought it was a backhand. They said it was a wrist shot, but it looked like a backhander to me. But then again, you never know. So it was nice to see that the Canucks rolled into Long Island. They got the opening goal. Remember earlier on in the year when I think they went 17 games in a row, letting in the first goal. So if we look back at the regular season when it started compared to now, the Vancouver Canucks has actually cleaned up their game a lot. Let's take, for instance, that last goal that was scored, I believe, by Nelson. It was a very lucky shot. It was a goal, rather. It was a shot from the point, which happened to hit Tanev's stick, which deflected. I mean, it could have been a better deflection, and it landed exactly on his tape and in the net. I tell you something. If those guys had drew up that play and tried to execute it as well as it was executed by accident, I don't think they would ever. It was very fast how that play happened because of the shot from the point was a bullet. And the fact that it landed exactly on a player's stick who had his stick on the ice and ready. It's almost like the hockey gods were like rewarding this player and saying, you know what? You're in a perfect position. We're going to reward you. Similar to when Pettersson was actually in front of the net when the puck came to the front, and he stood his ground and he didn't let that player get that shot off. So I guess we got lucky there. Was it Pettersson on the right spot at the right time, or was Pettersson actually reading the play and decided to stop there and stay there? Well, there you go. So they got lucky on that rebound or off that shot, and then they scored. But what I was very impressed by was in the start of the overtime, Miller lost the puck behind the net, and I thought right there, oh my God, trouble. But Miller displayed quick hands and quick feet. When he lost that puck, and he did bam bam, he sort of passed it off the net and then picked it up and threw the player's feet and then ran off with the puck after he actually lost it. I was like, he did all that in the same stride. And got away from, and when he was actually taken off from the player behind the net, I was like, wow, the player's still behind the net, and he was gone. So, and then the pass up to Pettersson, and then Pettersson's pass over to Quinn. And it's funny because Quinn was going towards the net after he received that pass from Pettersson. He actually lost the puck in the corner, and he was going to go around the net, I believe, but then because he had lost the puck, he sort of pivoted back around, picked it up, and came around and circled back into the slot. And I think at that point, as he was circling into the slot, he realized the abundance of, I was actually surprised as well, the abundance of traffic that was created because of that play. I think everybody thought he was going one way, but then he came back the other way, so they had to adjust their play. And just as they did that, all the players on the Islanders, along with, I believe, Miller, or Pedersen, they completely blocked the goalie's vision from Quinn Hughes. He saw that because he was like, "Oh, I can't see the goalie," and he let it go. And the shot he let go was obviously triggered to, score because it was perfect in the top corner. So not Pedersen, but Quinn Hughes had excellent vision on that play. Not only did he realize he had messed up the play, but he took the opportunity to accelerate a new play based on the error he made from his previous play, which led to be the game scoring goal. So, seeing plays like that from a player this young on our team currently, it just makes me think, wow, I can't wait for another 5 years, 2 years, even not even five, another 2 years when this player develops more into a true NHL caliber player. He's on his way there right now without a doubt. Very happy that Jim Benning was able to scoop this fellow up. I think a lot of people did pass him up like this on the draft because he was a smaller framed player. But let's not look at just the frame of the individual, but we need to look at also the smarts and the assets. And I think Benning looked at those things and were like, you know what, we're going to give this kid a shot. And I'm glad that he did that because all these kids that he's decided to give a shot in the last 3 seasons for the Vancouver Canucks have all turned out to be studs. So with that being said, I was watching a few other games. I actually betted on this game today and we won, thank God. But the other game that I bet on that I hope they're going to win was Buffalo versus Columbus. And the reason why I actually went for Columbus to win this game. And the reason why I thought Columbus would have won this game is because the few games I've watched recently with Buffalo, they've actually struggled as of late. And I see their captain is trying to do too much on his own. So there's a bit of disjointed play happening right now in Buffalo. That's why I was giving the win to Columbus. But with that being said, Columbus lost 2-1 in overtime today to Buffalo. And then the other game that I bid on this particular ticket was Colorado to beat, I think they are playing, I forget which team they're playing off the top of my head right now, but I did bet that Colorado is going to win today. But that ticket is now garbage because Columbus lost. Another game that I was watching, which is a brunch time game, was the Montreal Canadiens. And the last I saw, they were leading that game 3-0. Now, I bought a ticket. I made an error on the second ticket that I bought. It was what I call my you never know ticket. I had bid on that ticket that Montreal was going to beat the Panthers today and that Toronto was going to lose to Ottawa. But somehow I ended up putting that Toronto was going to beat Ottawa and Montreal was going to beat the Panthers. So on that particular ticket so far, Montreal is winning 3-0. So I still have the Panthers Toronto still in hopes of beating Ottawa to win that ticket. And there's still 2 other tickets, which I'll talk to you maybe about later or in another video. But one thing I wanted to say as I was going through the standings is our Vancouver Canucks are currently the hottest team in the NHL. Coming into this afternoon or this morning's game, Columbus was on a 6-game winning streak. And in Montreal, on the flip side of that, the Panthers were also on a 6-game winning streak. So with Columbus losing today to Buffalo, their win streak is now ended. And with the Panthers currently losing, the last time I checked, it was 3-0 to Montreal. It appears as that their streak will also come to an end, leaving the Vancouver Canucks as the hottest team trending currently in the NHL. So there we have it. So I hope you've enjoyed this little recap of our Vancouver Canucks game today. Our next game is tomorrow afternoon, 11 o'clock, or tomorrow morning, early afternoon, 11 o'clock versus Carolina. So that's another brunch game. So I look forward to teeing up that game tomorrow or maybe even later on today. I'm actually getting back into the excitement of doing these videos, and I think, when the team wins, you just get so much more excited, right? But again, just a reminder, we'll also be coming down to the arena this Saturday because we have the Calgary Flames in town, and I think that's going to be a very interesting matchup considering how tight the Pacific Division race is. Tonight, for those who are interested as well, Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames will renew their Battle of Alberta. I believe the game starts at 6 p.m. So with Vancouver leading the charge in the Pacific Division right now at 64 points, and Calgary and Edmonton tied at 60. It's nice to see that 3 Canadian teams are holding down the top 3 spots in the Pacific for the playoffs. Hopefully we can continue that trend for the rest of the season. But tonight's game, we'll see who gets it to 62 points between the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers. Subsequently, my second favorite team in the NHL. So home team, Canucks, all the way. But I've always had a liking for the Edmonton Oilers. And it stemmed actually that it wasn't so much that I liked the team. It was more I liked their jerseys. I think the Edmonton Oilers jerseys from back in the day was some of the slickest NHL jerseys out there. So because of that beautiful orange and the design of their past jerseys, I've always been attracted to their uniforms. Anyhow, I hope you have yourself a remaining excellent day on this Saturday afternoon. I did see it was a little bit sunny out there, so I'm going to head out there. I'm probably going to work for a couple hours, and I've got a huge proposal I need to present to the Burnaby Hospital. So I was thinking of maybe getting started on that today. Yeah, it's Saturday, it's early, there's nothing else to do today, so might as well get some work done, right? Anyways, enjoy your day. God bless, and hope to see you all again rather soon. Take care. Thanks for watching.